أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Dear friends, welcome to Idea Foundation Forum. As a part of lectures on Quranic philosophy of unity in diversity, topic of our discussion today is Universe, Qur'an and Science, Part 1. Minute study of the Qur'an reveals that it, besides containing truth of various other sections of life, provides a great source of scientific information regarding the universe and operations of its elements. This information is even more comprehensive than the scientific discoveries compiled so far because science limits its vision to observation and intellect only. Even it confines intellect to materiality of things, not behind what is happening behind the materiality. The Quran, on the other hand, vehemently, forcefully appreciates the significance of observation and intellect in the inquiry of facts, and also gives emphasis on spiritual insight and divine enlightenment blessed to the humanity through divine books, in our case, the Holy Qur'an. However, Quranic scholarship is of unfolding nature. Its understanding expands with intellectual growth of humanity, as Ayat 52 of Surah Ibrahim reveals. Listen. This means Qur'an. This is notification for the people that they may be warned thereby, and that they may know that He is but one God, and that those of understanding will be reminded. Let me underline, those of understanding will be reminded. They will understand the divinity of Allah, who has capacity of understanding, knowledge. It is so for two reasons. First is the receptive capacity of the recipient community at a given point of time, and the other is the need of the day, requirement of the day. Such a unique nature of the Quranic scholarship makes it relevant for all the ages of human society, past, present and future. In our discussion today, we will try to identify how Quranic revelations have been the precursor of scientific discoveries. Precursor. The objective is to inculcate a realization among the present and future generations to seek guidance from the Quranic knowledge with greater openness of mind to evolve a more comprehensive view of life, universe and the Creator, Allah Almighty. So dear friends, as we have been discussing, the scope of the universe is beyond the intellect of the man due to its immeasurable immensity. In view of this constraint, we have selected only a few important aspects of the universe to know how Quranic knowledge has been the precursor of the scientific discoveries and how the blending of Quranic knowledge with scientific pursuits, both Quranic knowledge and what other? Scientific pursuits can help human effort evolving a more credible view of the universe and its creator. These aspects have been listed and shown on the screen. In view of time constraint, today we will focus on the first 5 aspects relating to 1. Beginning of the time and the universe. 2. The concept of quantum singularity, which is popularly known as Big Bang and Big Crunch, which means the universe started from nothingness and it will end at nothingness. 3. Universe has various levels or layers, or it is a system of multiverse or multiple universes, more than one universe. 4. Little of the universe is known, very little. Rest of unknown or unseen so far. Number 5. And that every element of the universe has a beginning and an end, being phenomena of creation. Whatsoever is created, that is to end. So, dear friends, physics has given its findings as quantum singularity for the origin of the universe, popularly known as the Big Bang. Now, there is consensus among the physicists, including Stephen Hawking, Roger Penrose, and other eminent contemporaries on the emergence of the universe, that it initially started exploding from an incredibly hot, dense single object of the size of fraction of an inch in the space about 13.8 billion years ago. Just imagine. This process was named the Big Bang by Fred Hoyle, an English cosmologist. Within a few earliest moments, a few seconds, the universe underwent an incredible growth spurt, exploded. As the universe expanded, its temperature cooled so rapidly, so quickly, that it caused the dust of particles called quarks form into protons, neutrons, and atomic nuclei, the building blocks of matter, or anything classified as the creation. Thus, about 500 million years after the Big Bang, clumps of gas collapsed to form the very first stars and galaxies. To get an idea of evolution of the universe, modern physics has developed a Big Bang cosmology model showing various stages of expansion of the universe that is displayed on the screen. Please have a look on it. By now, despite its best efforts in developing observatory instruments and extraordinary intellectual evolution in the recent past, science has admitted that the part of the universe it could discover so far is just a tip of the whole universe. Of this little known universe, only 4% comprises of cosmic phenomena of billions of galaxies and trillions of stars, while the remaining 96% comprises of dark energy and dark matter, which means little of the known universe, we know very little of the of the whole universe, and out of that little known universe, 96% again is unknown. It tells how little of the universe is known while all the rest is yet unknown, unseen to the man. So, dear friends, the Quran reveals that Allah's command is subtle and carries absolute authority for the creation, life, growth, collapse, and end of the universe or its constituents that include black holes, black matter, and black energy, besides galaxies, stars, and planets. The Quran refers to creation and expansion of the heavens in the quickest time frame in ayat 82 of Surah Yasin in the words, listen, Allah's command is only when He intends a thing that He says to it, be, and it is so subtle and quick and instant. In ayat 11 of Surah Fussilat, it is revealed that before conversion into stars and galaxies, the universe was smoky and gaseous. The ayat says, then He directed Himself, Allah directed Himself to the heaven while it was smoke, and said to it and to the earth, come into being, willingly or by compulsion. Both of them, they said, we have come willingly. Compliance. It is also revealed in ayat 30 of Surah Al-Anbiya that earth was detached from the solar mass at some much later stage of the creation of sun, and before that the Big Bang. The ayat says, ponder on the words, have those who disbelieved not considered that the heavens and the earth were a joint entity, and we separated them and made from water every living thing. Then will they not believe? It's a question and challenge. Some more Quranic references displayed on the screen may be consulted for further study. So, dear friends, these are the mysteries of the universe which have been puzzling the human intellect since much before the era of Aristotle. Adding to this great puzzle, a theory of multiverse has been expounded very recently, suggesting possibility of more than one universe that we have been discussing so far. Haling Deng, a cosmologist at Arizona State University and advocate of multiverse theory, he is of the opinion that inflation is the earliest time of expansion of the universe. He views that inflation, which caused expansion of our universe following the Big Bang in the first instance, might not have ended everywhere at the same time and might have been causing creation of many more universes in the later periods as well. In his view, such other universes would have emerged with their own laws of physics, collection of particles, forces, and values. This is one point of view. He also searches evidence of multiple universes by linking it to black holes. To him, a dying star in our universe may pass through the process of quantum tunneling, causing creation of a new universe elsewhere. somewhere else, leaving behind a vacuum in our universe in the shape of a black hole. In Deng's view, in his own words, the potential detection of these black holes can then point to the existence of a multiverse. Multiverse means of many universes. The Qur'an has truly claimed that Allah's creative power and His divinity cannot be described justifiably even if seas of ink and intellect have been employed. Ayat 109 of Surah Al-Kahf and Ayat 27 of Surah Luqman shown on the screen beautifully describe immeasurability of Allah's creation and unimaginable magnitude of the universe. For that, very little of Allah's creation is known to the man and all the rest of it is unknown or unseen, and it is likely to remain so in view of growing nature of the universe. In view of such immensity and growing nature of the creation, the idea of multiverse deserves attention in Quranic context too. We must look into the Quranic verses as well regarding the multiverse, idea of multiverse. Sometimes number of heavens is told 7. In the Quran, number of heavens is told 7. At some other places, it is revealed that heavens have been created in layers, each of them having Allah's unique command, its own laws, while at other places, the heaven containing the clusters and constellations of stars is told neighborhood of the earth. But it is yet beyond comprehension whether one heaven is equated with the whole universe or one component of the universe. These are yet to be decided. In this context, some Quranic references have been displayed on the screen for detailed study of the participants. Please have a look. However, for the clarity of our discussion today, I may quote Ayat 12 of Surah Fussilat that indicates multiple layers of our universe or possibility of multiverse cosmos in the words. Just focus on the words of the ayat. I read it. I read the translation in English. And he completed them as 7 heavens within 2 days and inspired in each heaven, each of the 7 heavens, in each heaven its command, its nature of laws, and we adorned the nearest heaven with lamps, stars, and as protection. We will discuss sometimes what is the meaning of protection. That is the determination of the exalted in might, the knowing. Focus on each word of this ayat at your spare time. Dear friends, our solar system was born about 9 billion years after initiation of the Big Bang. Many scientists think that the sun and the rest of our solar system was formed from a giant rotating cloud of gas and dust known as the solar nebula. Solar nebula comprising of clouds of dust and gases. As intense gravity caused the nebula to collapse, to break down, it pulled most of the material toward the center to form the sun. The sun is one of more than 100 billion stars in the family of our Milky Way galaxy. This Milky Way galaxy is among the very, very small galaxies, and it contains more than 100 billion stars. There are galaxies which contain trillions of stars like the sun, and our sun orbits around its galactic core roughly in 25,000 light years. One whole revolution, one circle is completed in 25,000 light years. Like the universe, another phenomena, amazing. Like the universe, energy and light also have a unique single source and origin. Allah says, I have created everything from a single source. So light and heat, they are also energy. They are also created from a single origin or source. As the cooling of temperature in the sun caused the dust of particles form into protons and neutrons, their collisions gave birth to deuterium. What is deuterium? It is an isotope of hydrogen. Millions of degrees hot hydrogen atoms got compressed together to form helium atoms. This fusion reaction, collision in the core of the sun caused to release energy, light, heat. Thus it became a perpetual source of energy and light of the stars and the sun. The Qur'an has revealed the sun as a light generating cosmic body about 1500 years ago. Ayat 5 of Surah Yunus is quoted in this context, which says, listen, it is He, Allah, who made the sun a shining light, and the moon a derived light, and determined for its phases. But it needs to be noted, it must be kept in mind that solar source of energy and light is not infinite in nature. Why not infinite? Because it's a creation. By converting mass to energy, the sun loses 4.3 billion kilogram of mass or 4 billion metric tons every second. In a second. At this rate, the sun would last 10 trillion years before it runs out of mass, energy and light. The Qur'an in its ayat 38 of Surah Yasin had revealed much earlier that the sun revolves around its determined orbit, determined circle, and has fixed life, which science could discover recently. Note the words of the ayat. And the sun runs on course towards its stopping point. It is stopping point. That is the determination of the exalted in might, the knowing. On the same theme, as we are discussing, some more references are displayed on the screen for your convenience. So, dear friends, like the sun, all the stars and galaxies have a lifespan, fixed time of survival, depending on the storage of gas and speed with which they are expanding. Two things, storage of fuel and speed of expanding. Big Bang cosmology implies that if the universe keeps expanding forever, all galaxies and stars will eventually grow dark and cold, leading to a big crunch, the end of the universe. What is Big Crunch? It is extreme. It is a reverse of the Big Bang. That was beginning of the universe. It is the end of the universe. The Quran revealed centuries ago that the universe is not a static phenomenon. It is perpetually growing. But it has been precisely told that every creation has its end. It is growing, but ultimately it has an end. Ayat 2 of Surah Saba reveals about ascending and descending of matter from the heaven that indicates creation of new stars and collapsing of old ones. Allahu Akbar. Such collapsing of stars may be understood as black holes or creation of a new universe elsewhere beyond the vision of the man of this universe. We have limited vision. Allah's job is beyond comprehension. Note the words of ayat. He knows, Allah knows. He knows what penetrates into the earth and what emerges from it and what descends from the heaven and what ascends therein. And He is the merciful, the forgiving. Subhanallah. Ayat 3 to 5 of Surah Al-Mulk displayed on the screen also reveal the facts of multiple layers of cosmic system, of which only a tip could be observed by the man, while the monstrous iceberg yet remains unseen and probably will remain so in view of gigantic growth and emerging phenomena of the universe like black holes and dark matters. Some Quranic references are displayed on the screen for more clarity on this subject. So, dear friends, we conclude our discussion here. These programs are recorded both in Urdu and English. Their videos can be watched on ideafoundation.com.pk website or its YouTube channel and Facebook. Their written versions are also available on the Idea Foundation's website. Please note code number of this program Idea 2 R8 or lecture number 165. All friends are requested to subscribe the Foundation's YouTube web channel for the benefit of this noble cause. Thank you friends for participation. Allah Hafiz.